Okay, I get asked quite often, what is the best way to find an instructor or a teacher? And my answer is why do you want to learn the martial arts? What is it about it? Is it you want to be an Olympic fighter? Do you want to be a national competitor? Do you want to do it for choreographic work and film? Do you want to do it for street fighting? Do you just want to do it for exercise in the community that you're going to be doing it with? You know, growing up in belts, and you get to make friends and family, right? Well, the first one is very easy. This is how you choose. If you're just doing it for exercise, any martial artist, any studio that you have in your neighborhood, the closest you have, is going to provide you with great, fine techniques, show you all the steps and the forms that you're going to need. And you will just be completely happy with that. That would work out great for you. All right. If you want to be an Olympic competitor, you want to go to the Olympics, you want to go to nationals, or you want the trophies, then Taekwondo is a great way of getting there to the Olympics, or to nationals, or the Junior Olympics, or whatever you need. But how do you find a good instructor? Well, that's very easy. You just have to do a little Google search, right? Just type in the winners of the Pan Am Games, of the Olympic Games, and see if any of those are in your area. If they're not, then go national, right? Go to there's the National Taekwondo Federation that has everyone who has ever won. See if they're in your area. If there's not, then go to your state, which will absolutely have your first, second, and third places for every single year. See if any of those are in your area. You want the best instructor who has actually fought, because he's the only one that's going to be able to tell you the speed, the accuracy, someone you can spar with that's going to get you to that level. And be honest with your instructor. When you say, listen, I searched for you, I found you, and this is my goal. My goal is to be an Olympian like you, or a national competitor like you. They will be thrilled, and they will give you a little more care because you actually put thought into it. You are not that person who I said earlier who just happened to be living on that street corner. Okay. So now, if you want to do choreographic work for movies, or just you like the demonstrations, or maybe you want a YouTube channel that's dedicated to high kicks and all this fluff, that most of these things will never work in real life, but it looks great. Then what you should do is the same thing. See who's in the Olympic form competition, who's in the state, national. Do they live in your area? And if they do, you go to them. They're going to show you what it took them to get there. And if you're honest with them, they're going to put that much more effort into you. You have faith in them, they're going to put their faith in you, that you're going to go through with it. You're not just in it until blue belt or black belt, right? You're in it for the long haul. And that's what, as instructors, we want to see. We want to see commitment. We want to see that our effort is not being just thrown to just anyone. We will put more effort in those who are actually showing more promise, who actually want to do more, do better. And if you are in a class right now and you're not doing well, just tell your instructor, listen, I feel like I'm not at the level I should be. What can we do to work this out? And just talk to them. What are your goals? Now, lastly, street fighting. If you just want a quick way of learning how to fight and to be efficient at it, maybe 3 to 6 weeks to months, and be better than the vast majority of people you're ever going to run into, I suggest you go to a boxing class. But I would look to see who has made golden gloves, right? If they're able to produce golden glove after golden glove after golden glove, you know, and you're going to spar with very proficient people that know the system, know the footwork, know what it takes to get to that goal. If you do that for, like I said, 3 months, you're going to be so much further ahead than anybody else on the street. Now, second after that, if you could go into like jiu-jitsu or wrestling, because most street fights do end up on the ground. That's just the fact. Most people don't know how to fight, so they figure on the ground. A lot of people have been in wrestling. They figure on the ground they can't get hurt very much, and so that's when jiu-jitsu really comes into play. For anybody in the Taekwondo field, that's where we go for legs. You know, we don't use our techniques to get points now. We're just going to hurt the opponent, which means breaking legs, going to the head, going to the throat. Not nice guy things. So every style has their niche, and you have to figure out what kind of a fighter you are. If you are a wrestler type, you feel more comfortable grabbing someone and pulling them down, then it makes no sense for you to start in a Taekwondo or a karate form, because 90% of our time is spent on kicks. You should get into jiu-jitsu, maybe judo, those kind of grappling methods. If you're quick with your hands and you don't want to put much effort into it just to get good, like I said, boxing is great for that. If you want an all-around, the best all-around technique for MMA is absolutely Taekwondo and some kind of jiu-jitsu wrestling background where you have grabs and holds, and yet you're still proficient in hands and feet, right? A couple of weeks in boxing will do you major improvement also, so you can go between the two. I hope this helps you out. I wish you all the best.